In this course, we are going to use the VS Code, or Visual Studio's code editor, to build our HTML. Now, over the years in this course, we've used different editors. We've used products like Aptena, Brackets, and even Notepad++, or just plain Notepad. The reason we've changed over the years is because we wanted a better feature set, and in the case of Aptena and Brackets, while very good programs that I really knew well and really loved, they became deprecated and they're no longer supported. They just won't work or aren't reliable. So this semester we're going to be using VS Code. It's really simple to get VS Code. Like many other editors, it is free. Now, in this class, you can use your choice of editors, but all my examples and the best support for me are going to come from if you're using VS Code or Visual Studio Code. So let's go ahead and find it and get it downloaded and installed on your computer. I'm just going to search for VS Code on any search engine, but I happen to be using Google. The first result that comes up should be code.visualstudio.com. They make it really easy to find the download. When you get to the home page, you'll find a button, Download for Windows. Now, if you're using some other platform, there's also a link to do that as well. But in this class, just as I'll be using Visual Studio Code or VS Code as my primary demonstration engine, I also will be demonstrating almost always on a Windows computer. That doesn't mean that you can't use another computer. You could use a Mac or a Linux machine, but my demonstrations may be just a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and download this editor, and you can download it to wherever works for you. I'm just going to put it right in my download directory. And once it's downloaded, which should be a pretty simple download, I'm going to go ahead and click on the executable file. Now, I understand many of you have used this particular product in other classes and you already have it on your computer. If that's the case, you may want to make sure it's updated, but you don't need to download a new version. So I'm going to go ahead and execute this file, and we'll walk through the installation process. It's pretty standard where you'll be asked to accept the terms, and I'd invite you to read them if you want, but we all know many of us don't. Here you get to select some information about configuration. I would always just use the defaults. And again, this installation will not take long, but there is some preparation work that the installation program has to do. While we're talking about this, I want you to understand that Visual Studio Code is not just an editor, it's an integrated development environment. And that's important because once you've created your code, you'll be able to then open it up on a browser to see what it looks like, and you'll be able to post it to our publicly facing website. So the world can see it, but also important to you, so I can see it, give you assessment and feedback and a grade. So here we have the installation completed, and we'll go ahead and start the product. Now, in my next video, we're going to talk more about the configuration of Visual Studio Code so that it works for you and works for this class, and so it's connected to the student server. But for now, you have it installed. It should look something like this, and we'll move on to the next topic.